I'm here with Gerald Marshall, and you're the owner of the...
Well, I have a partner.
A partner, okay.
We have the High Country Adventures up here at the Ocoee River, which is our outpost, and 30 acres and campgrounds and the mountain cabins and pavilions and all the infrastructure here. Then we also have a store in Atlanta, an outdoor store.
That's just a retail store then?
Just a retail store. But we do, we teach kayaking, out rock climbing. We also do raft trips on the Chattahoochee River down there.
You've been doing this for quite some time.
Right out of college. I went to Georgia Tech. When I came out of Georgia Tech, I worked in engineering for about a year, and then we immediately started High Country with a couple other partners.
Tell me what all services you guys offer here.
Well, we kind of really look at our business here as kind of a resort place where someone can come, and instead of just doing a raft trip and coming up, driving up to Atlanta, doing a 3-hour raft trip, then running back to Atlanta. We have the amenities that someone can stay, for several days and not be bored doing the same thing over and over. We have the mountain cabins, 8 cabins. They'll sleep 8 people in each cabin. And we have campground for groups. We're not just an open campground. We only want people to camp here that are actually using our facilities and activities. And then we also have, of course, a retail store. We have that sells sundry goods, a lot of sandals, things that you need for the river from a rafting perspective, and from just the average guy out there enjoying the outdoors up here. We have also a conference room that'll seat about 80 people. So
you get a lot of people come up for the ropes course?
The ropes course will take about 20 people. So here's what we do: we get corporations, church groups, sports teams, volleyball teams, softball teams that come in, and they may stay here for 2 or 3 days. And a lot of colleges and schools that come, and they'll stay in the cabins or in the campground, and then they'll break up activities. Some of the activities could be ropes courses, could be rock climbing. That's real popular. We do sea kayak tours up here on the lake in the evening, so very nice. And then we also have mountain bike rentals and what else we do? Other than caving, we have some great caving trips. We're sitting up here in they call it TAG, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia corner, and all of this mountains here around us have either limestone, sandstone formations. So you end up with something like within 100 miles of Chattanooga, there are 5,000 known caves.
Wow. So
there's a tremendous cave system here. So we have some easy caves and hard caves. One cave that we use in particular is about 3.5 miles in, turn, come back out the same way. This hiking along an underground creek, it has tremendous formations in there. And there's some places you have to get down and crawl, some places are muddy, but then you end up crawling up into about a 396-foot underground waterfall.
Wow.
And it's a fabulous
What's the name of that place again?
It's called Tumbling Rock Cave. It's over just west of here, about 80 miles.
I know you guys are in the center of just about everything, because, you got Chattanooga not too far away. There's a lot of things to enjoy over there. My family went over to Sevierville.
Right.
And enjoyed some activities over there, the NASCAR speed park. My son, he really enjoyed that.
Tennessee has really kind of prided itself as being a huge tourist destination, because there are so many neat, like you're talking about, so many neat things. The downtown waterfront in Chattanooga with the aquariums over there, they are just unbelievably nice. And of course, you've got all the attractions in Chattanooga. So this whole area is a great place to go up here and spend a week here, and never do the same thing twice. So
somebody could come up here and use your facilities for a week, do all sorts of stuff here. Now, there are a couple days when the river's down, right? And
well, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, during the summer, the Ocoee does not run. It's dam controlled, so they run the water down the riverbed for us to go rafting on Thursdays through Mondays. And Tuesdays and Wednesdays shut down, but the Hiwassee, which is the same distance from us as the Ocoee, it's more of a laid-back, scenic, it's an absolutely gorgeous river. The water quality there is so clear that they've got grass in the bottom of the riverbeds that you're floating along, you think you're down in Bahamas somewhere. The colors are so vivid, it's just gorgeous. It's also, that Hiwassee is one of the foremost trout fishing streams in the east. You know, people think of traveling out west to the Madison and the Gunnison and all the Bighorn, all the big rivers out there to fly fish, but we also get a big influx of Westerners that fly in here to fish the Hiwassee because it's high quality river and fish.
So this area has something for everybody, even if every member of the family isn't really adventurous and wanting to do the outdoorsy type things. There's other things for them to do too.
Sure. You got shopping over in Chattanooga. Every Friday night they have some downtown concerts, and the town's a very clean, it's a very safe town to walk around in downtown without the worry of being mugged or anything. It's very nice down there, and they've done a good job of taking care of downtown Chattanooga. Speaking of caving, you know, just north of us is, I think it's probably 30 miles from here, is the Underground Sea, which is another huge underground cavern that actually has a big lake, and they have glass-bottom boats that float around the lake. So I mean, this whole area is a pretty fantastic area. I lived in Atlanta for 25 years and finally got a chance to move somewhere else, and we relocated up here to the Tennessee Hills, and it's, you know, I haven't regretted it.
Okay. On site here, what are the activities that you offer? Let's run through them again so everybody knows, because you offer a lot.
We have rock climbing, mountain biking, sea kayaking, ropes courses, and caving.
I think your staff is second to none too. You got a good staff. I mean, we had Stu as our guide today. He was very, very professional, excellent guide.
I think the average tenure of our guides is about 7 years. And the senior guides that work here, a lot of them are school teachers and college professors and young professionals and bankers. They're lawyers. You know, they're from every walk of life there is. But they started out here in college as college kids guiding rafts, and then they got to be very close. They're like a close family, and they keep up with each other. And we know every graduating group is kind of like, which year did you graduate from raft guide training, not college?
Mm-hmm.
So they all stay tight, and they all stay
pretty loyal group.
They're very loyal.
So if you had, say, 30 seconds to give your spiel, what would you say about this area altogether?
I think it probably in the entire Southeast, it is probably the jewel of outdoor recreation in the entire Southeast. From mountain biking, kayaking, you know, rock climbing, caving, this is it right here.
I can vouch for that. My family's really enjoyed it over the last few days.
I'm glad you came.
All right.